Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the main stage for our final session on Video Marketing 101 with Leah Frazier. I know I saw a bunch of you guys in these sessions with Cleo and Shelly, and oh my goodness, those were amazing. Hearing you guys talk about some of y'all's businesses and y'all's questions, some really great content in there, and really fun to see you guys interact with those two wonderful women. But we're excited to have you back here at the stage for our final session. As mentioned, we will have a little bit more information after this session about the video competition. So please stay all the way till the end so I can give you more info on that. But with that, I do want to go ahead and toss it off to Leah Frazier. She is an Emmy award-winning journalist, publicist, model, speaker, and a best-selling author and the president of Think3 Media. So she has got an extensive background. She's a longtime friend of the Deck Network and always has some amazing content that is so valuable and so helpful. So with that, I'll toss it off to you, Leah, and you can go ahead and tell a little bit more about yourself and then get into the content.
Thanks so much, Delaney, and welcome everybody, and thanks for joining us today. I'm going to be doing a short session on video marketing, so hopefully you've learned quite a bit from my dear friends Cleo and Shelly Slater, and then I know that you also heard from Mike on creative marketing and how you can utilize just like your phone to create videos. So now we're going to take everything that you've learned, package it up, and talk about what are ways that you can market and tell that story and tell those brand messages through video. Like Delaney said, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. But my name is Leah Frazier. I am the CEO of Think3 Media. We are a creative marketing and public relations agency here in Dallas, Texas. We create quite a bit of video as well as creative video marketing for our clients, whether that's in the restaurant, retail, fashion, speakers, authors, anybody in any of those industries, tech, apps. So we have quite an extensive background with video marketing. And I also teach on digital marketing and consumer behavior within marketing for Texas Wesleyan University, as well as I'm a facilitator at the University of Texas at Dallas for their Galaxy Accelerator program. So I'm always big on education. And if anybody comes to any of my sessions, or if any of you guys know me, I love to educate. I get really excited. And so I'm excited to present for you guys today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I have a presentation. Feel free to hop in the chat box with questions. The deck will be monitoring for me because once my presentation takes up my entire screen, I actually can't see what you guys are chatting about, but they will feed me Q&A, and I'm more than happy to answer them as we go along. So let's get started. I'm super excited. So give me 1 second and I'm going to share my screen. All righty. And don't get freaked out. I am that person, okay? Okay. So let's rock and roll. Delaney, if there's any troubleshooting issues, feel free to shoot me a text as well because I can't see the chat box. So
it all looks great.
All right, perfect. Yay. It's like the voice of God has appeared. Delaney. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about video marketing basics. I made this super high level for you guys. I tried to keep it super broad. It can get very technical, and I have been told over and over again on my presentations that, man, Leah, my head hurts. I took pages worth of notes, and I don't want that for you guys today. I just want to talk about some strategies, content that you can be thinking about posting, and then show you some examples of some things that we've done here at Think3 Media. So let's just rock and roll, okay? So this is some of the things that we're going to cover. I know you guys had a full day, so I'm going to try to give you some tips and tricks, but also get you out of here so you guys can enjoy the rest of your afternoon. But we're going to talk a little bit about what is video marketing, why video marketing, which is my favorite part of this entire presentation, some of my thoughts, just random thoughts on video marketing, some things that you should consider. I have some video examples loaded up that I want you guys to watch briefly so you can kind of get an idea of look and feel and different types of video that you can consider marketing your brand and or business or yourself if you're a personal brand. some platform suggestions and tips. So we'll talk about how you can market these videos across social media, types of content that's doing really well right now, particularly during COVID-19, and customer conversion. What happens once you're marketing these videos and you're acquiring leads and you're acquiring brand awareness? What do you do once those folks head over to your website or once they head over to your social media platform? And then we'll talk a little bit on how should you plan this out? How often should you be posting? How long should these videos be? And then how can you repurpose content so that you work smarter and not harder? I know I'm a big Gary Vee fan, and so he talks a lot about this, and I am big on let's just not reinvent the wheel. Let's do this puppy one time, but shoot it out in maybe, 20 or 30 different ways, all right? So let's hop right in. Okay. On its face, when you think about video marketing, it really is what you think it is. It's not like this pie in the sky alien, right? It's just how you're going to use video to market or promote your brand or offering on digital channels. So it's everything that you've learned from Shelly and Cleo and Mike today. I know that they got a lot into brand storytelling, which is really huge right now. People want to connect with a more emotional and human element with businesses and companies right now. So video marketing is huge because they'll be able to see the behind the scenes of your company. They'll be able to connect with your voice, feel your heart, feel the heartbeat of the brand. And videos are the best ways to showcase this and to market either those brand messages, your brand values, or that whole storytelling piece across all digital aspects, and in particular, social media. So when you use video to market your brand, product, or service, it'll allow you to engage on social media channels. You can educate your prospective and current customers. Education is huge right now and during COVID-19, so you may want to just underline that if you're thinking about types of content that's doing well. You're going to want to educate on your brands or your business, and you can interact with your customers. And when you're doing all of these things together and you're doing it via video, you're said to be using video marketing. Okay. So it really is just that simple. I pulled this from HubSpot, which is one of my favorite platforms to kind of keep up with all things marketing. So just a pro tip, they have an amazing newsletter. But this is where we are. Now, this was taken in 2017, but the numbers have greatly increased to 2020. Videos are still king. People are saying, I would much rather see video content from brands and businesses that I support versus any other marketing mechanism. Videos are number one. So sometimes you'll go and people will get completely overwhelmed and feel like, oh my God, Leah, we got to do videos. We've got to do emails. We got to do social media. We've got to write a blog, and we have to have downloadable content. Well, as you can see, blog articles are actually back in 2017, we're actually at 18%. So I tell my clients to actually flip their content marketing or social media marketing strategy to say, if you're looking at what you're going to do for the month, I would much rather, more than the majority, like 50% of your content be centered around videos. And then the other 50% can be a blend between blog posts and social media posts, just because videos are what's connecting with customers right now. And clearly the statistics, it hasn't changed much to 2020. It is what customers want to see from brands or businesses. So if you're not tapping into everything that you've learned today, please start now. These stats are only going to increase, and video is still going to be king many, many years from now. So I always get this question, like, why video marketing? Why should we be doing videos? I'm overwhelmed. I'm posting pictures on social media and I'm doing stories. Well, if I'm telling you anything, scrap all of that. Maybe don't scrap all of it, but I do want you to consider why you should increase your video marketing across all of your platforms, okay? So I'm gonna give you a couple of slides worth of statistics just so you can see where it is in today's time. 85% of all internet users in the United States watch online video content monthly on across any of their devices. So we're talking iPads, your iMac, your desktop, your phones, digital content, especially with videos. What are people doing all day? They are streaming all day long, and you need your videos to be a part of that stream. This is a new statistic that has just come up over COVID-19. So 20 to 50%, this is the amount of engagement that increased for influencers and those who regularly use videos on social media during COVID-19. So pretty much what this stat told me when I saw it was that for all of those people who have consistent posting across all their social media platforms, they were able to see the uptick. And why? Well, because we're working from home. We're home now. We can't go out. We're not distracted. We don't have happy hours. We don't have networking events. We're streaming. We're on our phones all day. Most people spend the majority of their time just going from YouTube video to YouTube video to YouTube video. And so we're seeing for those that are consistent, their numbers actually went up 20 to 50% because people are now living online. And so you want to tap into these numbers, especially during COVID-19, where most people are hopefully abiding by quarantine and stay-at-home orders. Okay.
Quick questions here in the chat really quickly. One, what is the difference between video and social video? And then do these numbers hold true B2B as well as B2C?
Okay, so we'll get to the differences between video and social because I'm going to talk about types of videos you can create. So yes, there are differences between brand videos, videos you house on social media, videos that you can market as a part of your content strategy that maybe are housed on your website and not necessarily on social media. So yes, we will get to types of videos. I particularly like to focus on social media because it's the fastest way to get your message out as a part of your ongoing strategy, or you can use it as a part of a paid social strategy, which works with Facebook. So yes, so there's that. And as far as these statistics are concerned, some of them will be designated towards social media, but we're seeing these numbers both B2B and B2C. Now, if you're focused more on B2B, once we get to where you should be posting, I highly recommend that you spend the majority of your time posting these videos to LinkedIn, which has quickly, I mean, they just released the video feature, I believe, in 2017, and now LinkedIn is the third ranked platform for video marketing as far as it's part of including it as a part of your social media strategy. So I hope that answers your questions, and just keep feeding them through, okay? All right, and we'll talk about where you should be marketing depending on what your brand, business, or product or service is, okay? 54% of consumers want to see more video content from a brand or business that they support. So again, people want to be able to connect, and it's that human element now. There's so much noise out there that if people are able to see you talk about your business, talk about the brand, hear from the CEO, it connects them and builds that trust, which is all that 9 times out of 10 marketing is about. You want to build trust so that eventually you can get to a sale or acquire the customer, right? That's what these videos tend to do, and that's what they should be housed around when you're creating the content. 87% of marketing professionals use video as a marketing tool. So a lot of you guys, if you don't have someone internally for marketing, or you were considering hiring a marketing agency or marketing firm, this is what they would tell you to do, so you're in the right place. There's an increase in demand, and I've seen it go up every single year as far as video content. And the pros trust in video content to increase engagement and to improve brand trust. So this is just me just proving up why you should be focused on creating more videos, whether that's from a B2B or B2C perspective. It's important from both spectrums. And lastly, so 66%, this is the percentage of more qualified leads that video marketers can get for brand awareness and eventually new customers. Now, this is via social media when posting videos. Again, it's being proven that customers want to see video. They can connect. 8 out of 10 people who have purchased a piece of software or app after watching, are the numbers of people who have purchased a piece of software or app after watching a brand's video, because it keeps the users engaged and it plays a role in the decision-making process. 13%. So this is important, and this is a trend I want you guys to put on your radar and to monitor. Live video will account for 13% of traffic, whether that's web or social traffic, by 2021. Live streams do count as videos. So some people sometimes just want static videos or B-roll videos or brand videos. We are now considering live streaming to just, when you're considering a video marketing strategy, you need to be considering Instagram Live and Facebook Live. And for those of you who have access, LinkedIn Live is important. However, over 80% of all traffic will consist of video in 2021. So when I started doing these presentations, probably about 5 years ago, they said, man, in 2020, all of Facebook will be videos. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there, to the point to where the posts that are performing better on these platforms are definitely videos. So if I haven't convinced you enough to get into the game, whether it's with a short 15-second video or maybe a 10-minute one that's a little bit longer on LinkedIn, you've got to start accounting for including this as a part of how you're going to market and tell a story for your brand. 90% of consumers claim a video will help them make a purchasing decision. So then again, if you're selling a product or even a service, if you're a consultant or you have a personal brand, videos, testimonials from customers, those type of that type of content is what's really going to connect and help along that online marketing and that customer purchasing process where they're thinking, do I trust the brand or do I not trust the brand? When you're able to do a video, it helps speed that process along versus a blog post with 1,000 words or a photo. So a video will tell a better story nowadays than anything else. So that is why you should be considering video marketing at this time. So
interrupt you, Leah.
Yes.
Two questions. I'll let you answer the first one, then we'll go to the second one. The first one, does monetizing a YouTube video make it more or less likely to be suggested by YouTube?
Does monetizing a video make it more, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
Make it more or less likely to be suggested by YouTube for YouTube to use it in its algorithm and suggest it more if it's monetized?
It definitely helps, just because that means you've gotten the engagement, you're getting the likes, you're working on having, the subscribers, and you've worked to the point of actually having it monetized. However, part of a YouTube strategy, particularly for smaller businesses, entrepreneurs, and startups, should be that you're utilizing this for SEO, because YouTube is considered, because it's a part of Google, one of the number 2 search engines outside of anything else. And so having YouTube as a part of your strategy, whether it's monetized or not, is highly important, just because for search engine optimization, the way you word the video, if you're properly doing keyword searches for your company or your business and including that as the title of your video, if you're putting it in the caption of your video and you're consistently posting to YouTube maybe once a week, once that starts revving up and optimizing, that's actually is what's gonna get you the likes. And if you're, you have a call to action for people to subscribe, you will build that up over time. But yes, if it's not monetized, I would say don't get discouraged. SEO for YouTube is just as important as anything else.
And then the next question, and then I'll let you get right back into it. With so much noise in, media and so much content, what will set your business apart to keep it from being part of the same noise? How do you set yourself apart really as a business?
How do you set yourself apart? Well, it really just depends on what your business is and how you're telling that story. So I feel like for companies, the more personalized you can get with the brand. So if it's, or with your business. So if it's, I'm going to show the behind the scenes of my company today. So maybe that's, behind the scenes kind of B-roll footage of a planning meeting, or maybe you have that behind the scenes of a Zoom meeting, or you tell the stories of the employees that work for you, or maybe there's someone, there's a ton of different ways. So I would say, to set yourself apart, don't always just focus on the product or the service or the business itself. Make it more human, because people want emotion. And then don't drag it out. 1 to 3 minutes is good enough for some videos, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I think in setting it apart, really focusing on telling a story. So are you telling a story about the business? Is there stories related to the CEO? Are there stories related to your employee? Focus on those little human elements, and that's what's currently what will work. If in fact you can go so far, and I've done this with, I don't know where my screen just went. Hold on, give me 1 second. There it is. If you can focus on the customer, so customer testimonials, or hey, can you send us back a personalized video of how this affected your life, or how this changed your life, or whatever that is, I feel like that's a lot better than people that are just doing product videos and then at the end, buy. Don't always focus on the sale. Focus on the story. Was that all, Delaney?
Yep. So feel free to pop back into your presentation.
I hope that helps. Okay, so here are my thoughts. A lot of you guys are always miles ahead of the curve. You already have a social media strategy. You have a marketing strategy with your companies. So I would just say, double check and make sure that as you have your social media strategy, which says, maybe we post a couple times a week, and then it's very organized, and you know what you're posting to LinkedIn on Monday. You know what you're posting on Instagram. You know what you're posting on Facebook. You need to make sure that you're weaving in video content within as a part of your social media strategy. It's not separate. It's a part of it, and it has to be, given all the statistics that I showed you before. Just like I just got done telling you guys, your video should efficiently tell the brand story and communicate that brand messaging over and over and over and over again. But it doesn't have to be stuffy, you guys. Like, you can have so much fun. I've been seeing a lot of brands now telling cute 15-second brand stories on TikTok. And I'll admit, y'all, I'm on TikTok at least hours every night, just laughing. But I've seen hotels in Dallas using TikTok to kind of show behind the scenes, or do funny dances with employees or things like that. And seeing them kind of lighthearted in that human element again made me appreciate and like the brand so much more than if I were to just see, here's the interior of our hotel. But seeing the employees having fun, or maybe seeing the CEO get in there and, get down, makes me think, oh man, they're goofy just like me. I want to go there. It looks like they're having fun. So if you can find a way to consistently weave in video and retell that over and over again, whether it's on your website or whether it's on social media, or sending those videos through your email marketing mechanism, newsletter, however you do it, that's how you can efficiently either gain brand awareness or build that customer trust, okay? Videos should account for a majority of your social media postings. Again, it was not like this moons ago, but unfortunately, as we're seeing this shift, if you can get up to at least 50% on social media of what you're posting being some sort of video content, it does not have to be professionally shot. And I think Mike went over this with you today. Videos account for Instagram stories. Those take 2 seconds to do. Videos can be a short 15-second goofy TikTok video, So when we say video, reframe your mind not to think that it has to be this professionally shot 1-hour video, okay? That's not what people are looking for. You can take the camera, you can turn it on to yourself, you can record something in a minute, and you can upload it. Gone are the days where you have to pay $500, $2,000 for a video, wait for it to be edited, and then upload it. All of this is simple. So don't get in over your head. And like I just said, again, change your mindset. Video now is our live streams. It's stories to Facebook and Instagram. LinkedIn, I heard, was getting stories soon. So if you're not signed up for the LinkedIn marketing newsletter, you can just Google that. Sign up for their newsletter so you know when that feature actually drops. For LinkedIn, for you guys that are B2B and you're wanting to do LinkedIn lives, you do have to apply for that. So that I'll have my contact information at the end of this presentation. If you want to email me because you're looking for LinkedIn live access as a part of your marketing strategy, I will send you the link that you have to apply to actually, because they're still kind of beta testing some things, to email me and I will get you that link. Instagram and Facebook TV also count as videos. So if you have a video that's less than 10 minutes and you post it on Instagram, even if it's a short 1-minute video that falls into your feed, this counts as video. So those are just my thoughts, and we'll get into a little bit of kind of some sample videos that we've shot. And I don't know where my photos went. That's just crazy. Well, I had a really sexy video of my client, Don Morphy. It's a custom clothier men's company here in Dallas, Texas. And so he was introducing, so I'm giving you guys just a couple examples so you can just kind of see what I'm talking about. Professional versus just shooting something random. So with Don Morphy, custom suit clothier here in Dallas, Texas, he was releasing, he wanted to release out to the world that, hey, we now can customize winter items for women. And so he came to me and said, hey, I will customize your coat. Let's document the whole process. And so we hired a videographer to kind of showcase the process. And this is what we came up with. So let's see if it'll pull up for you guys. Give it some time. Here we go.
In the world of so many, baby girl, you are that one. I deserve that. I deserve you. Whoa. Rosé, born stunner. I can blow money. 50 when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I got my jeans sagging. Money stuffed in them. I got 40 whips. Way too much in them. I need me a queen. I need me a dime. Living this fast life. Just show me a sign. In the world of...
Sorry. Okay. So as you guys can kind of see, like that was a 1-minute video. We literally shot that in 30 minutes. So if you can do a lot on your phone, but if you have like a in-house videographer or somebody that you can call that knows how to do this super quick, that was a minute. And it got so much traction. He got a ton of orders for custom coats just because we demonstrated the brand process through the video. What is it like to work with Don Morphy? And so we did it obviously with a catchy song. I love Rick Ross. But it showed people when you come in, you sit down, you get water, he sketches it out, you get to choose the layout, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks later, you get your design. And then obviously by use of influencer, when it's time to market it, not only did Don Morphy share the video, but because of the platform that I had when I shared it, it allowed their brand to expand across my audience. And so that did really, really well. But that was 1 minute. And we just, you can repurpose that a million different ways. But that was more for like, okay, how can we tell the story? But we did it kind of like in that, I feel like an MTV way. I thought I was like in a music video. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the island spot. We've shot several videos for the island spot. And so here's one that we did as just for their website and for them to also post onto social media for people who want to resonate with their theme of rich food, reggae, and rum. So here's another video that we use to market the restaurant. This is for a restaurant. Stop, mama. Sorry that it's taken so long to load up, you guys. All right, here we go. Well, maybe it doesn't like us. Maybe I have too much going on the screen. Well, let's see. There we go. Okay, so again, another example, more so just for brand awareness, more so just to communicate kind of some of the offerings that they have. We wanted that reggae feel. We wanted that island feel. So, you know, umbrellas, cocktails, all of that goodness. And that's actually the video that's housed on their website. So as soon as people fall onto it, if they've never been to the island spot, they can get a vibe of, and we don't have the audio on the website, but the audio when we shared it on social media gave you that reggae island vibe. But it's great. It's short. Again, didn't take very long to shoot. We scripted it out, but it brings so much in terms of brand awareness. And then some social videos as an example. Let's see if this one, oh no, is this the same one? Did I link the wrong one? I think I linked the wrong one. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm actually going to show you another video. I linked the wrong one. Let's see. It is here. Here it is. So this is what we shot to introduce their jerk seasoned turkey. So again, super duper, just like appetizing. We wanted to show that process again of preparing the turkey, what it was like once it came out the oven, just really trying to connect with the customer as far as, you know, the hunger and the rich food part of their brand, and just creating short little videos. So I think that one was 40 seconds, and posting those on social media. Even if you don't have the time to piece them together like that, just once a week will do wonders as far as people being reinforced what your brand stands for. So I apologize if the images aren't here. They were really good pictures, but I'll just blame it on Canva. So once you kind of package all of this up, I know a lot of the questions are, okay, Leah, I'm going to shoot 15 seconds on my phone and I'm going to shoot a video of myself. Where should I be posting my video content? Well, it all depends on where your audience is at. So I love the question that was B2B versus B2C. I'll go a step further in that you really, if you have a customer avatar or you know who your target audience is, then you need to do a little digging and a little research as to where are they spending the majority of their time online and how do they like to be marketed to? Because you're going to have some generations that are consumers that like to be marketed through email versus Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all those other places, right? And so you don't want to go through this whole video marketing strategy and then shoot it through Instagram when really your audience for your business is probably on LinkedIn, or you should be sending your videos as a part of your email marketing strategy, or maybe your target audience actually likes to read blogs, so you should be embedding your video within a blog. So my suggestion is something simple that you can do. Again, you can email me if you want a generational marketing or consumer report for 2020, and I can send you links to what I read. But you can also just Google it, and it will tell you what each generation, so you should know for your business who your target customer is or your target audience, and they will tell you specifically how they like to be marketed to. And that will tell you today, after watching this presentation, where you should be prioritizing where you're marketing your video content, okay? But let's talk a little bit about social media, because that's the best way to get the message out, okay? It's gonna depend on where your audience is at. So if you have a primarily B2B audience, and now I would also argue you can reach some B2C on LinkedIn depending on what your product or service is. LinkedIn is the third most popular platform for video marketing. So if you're gonna shoot a video and it's less than 10 minutes, LinkedIn has a 10-minute cap. If it's less than 10 minutes, do yourself an extra favor after you post it, wherever else you're gonna post it, and dump that video on LinkedIn. And the best way to get that video to really get some traction is to use appropriate hashtags. So whatever your industry is in, if it's hashtag, restaurants, hashtag, if it's a motivational video, motivation, hashtag public relations, whatever you're in, make sure to use those hashtags so that that video on LinkedIn is getting categorized and you're going to get as many eyes on it as possible. It's great for B2B marketing, interviews, and showcasing professional expertise. My suggested time limit for LinkedIn videos is at least get it up to 2 minutes if you can. No longer than 10 minutes. Just know that people are typically hopping in and out of videos. And so you want to be short, sweet, and concise and to the point. YouTube. Everybody should be on YouTube. Period. It is one of the absolute best platforms to market your videos. I do want to say that you have to be extremely consistent. You can't get upset because you're uploading videos and you see 1 or 2 views. It's going to take time if you're not consistent on YouTube to build a subscriber base, to get traction on those videos, to appropriately optimize through SEO. So don't get discouraged. Just know that you have to do it just because that's where the eyes are at right now. The world watches 1 billion hours of YouTube social per day. Your videos need to be a part of that number. Like I said before, it's absolutely great for SEO. I have a YouTube channel. My clients have YouTube channels. I probably spend at least 20 minutes or more just on the title, just because I know how important it is to use those keywords relevant to my business or relevant to the topic of the video, because I don't have a monetized channel. So I want my video to be found if somebody is Googling, I don't know, influencer marketing or whatever the situation is. I'm making sure that that title has the relevancy via keywords to be found. Sorry about my dog, y'all. If you were to approach a marketer, 9 out of 10 will tell you to post your videos to YouTube anyways. So just listen to what I have to say and get that channel set up, all right? Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is the second most popular platform for videos. So again, look at that marketing research. See if your target audience is more apt to watch videos on Facebook. I will say, from a business perspective, if you're posting your videos on Facebook on a business page, unfortunately, because of the way Facebook is set up and they view it as a form of advertising, in order to get those views and that engagement that you're wanting to see on Facebook, you do need to put it as a part of your paid advertising strategy, because that's just what they want you to do to get seen. However, If you post videos or run live streams from your personal Facebook page, it has the ability to go a little bit further if you will make those posts public. So that's just my PSA for that. Okay, so have a budget for a paid strategy. Unfortunately, that's just the way of Facebook, and that's how it works. But it's really great for some of those storytelling videos for your brand. Just put a little bit of dollars behind it. So here's all the types of video content you can consider. Don't get overwhelmed, okay? You could do product demos. So recently I have a client that just created something. I don't think I can talk about it just yet, but we spent the majority of the time doing demos on how the actual product worked. And we will be housing that on the website. We'll be sending that to local media and press for PR. That will be in a blog post. It will be on the YouTube channel. And appropriately, again, worded so that when people are like, how do I use X, Y, and Z? Hopefully that video at some point will be optimized and come up in the search ranks. Interviews. Interviews are amazing. You could do interviews B2B or B2C. So you could be doing a Q&A. So let's just say so for the island spot, one of the things I suggested to him was like, hey, as a part of our content strategy, why don't we invite some local leaders to the restaurant to come hang out and eat? And we just do a Q&A on the spot. We'll talk about some of their favorite things on the menu that they ordered. And then we'll talk about who they are in the community, post that on our social media, post that on our blog, post videos of that, and they will share that as well. But it's not only marketing the individual that we're interviewing, it's marketing the restaurant, because we're also going to talk about the food, and we're also going to talk about the vibe that was created. So interviews are extremely important. If you want some other ideas around that, please reach out. Customer testimonials are key. And you guys, get it out of your mind that everything has to be professional. I've had people, I'm like, look, can you turn your phone around on you in selfie mode, put it horizontally, and just speak to your phone for a minute and tell me how Think3 Media has helped you. And then we take those videos and post them on social media as why would you want to work with us? So you can do the exact same thing. Send an email to your customers and say, and especially those that have left you really positive reviews or that are always telling you you're doing a great job, and say, hey, can you just turn that camera on yourself and send us a 1-minute testimonial? Because posting that allows potential customers to connect to your brand through another individual. And it's so much more powerful and impactful for them to see it through their eyes and hear it through their voice than to read it on a screen. Videos are so much better for that. Event videos, we're in COVID-19, but if you threw company happy hours, or events are a heavy part of your business, having event videos and posting those on social, having them on your website is types of video content that you could post. How-to videos, having a vlog. So again, housing these things either on YouTube or on your website is a part of video marketing. Videos help with SEO. So if they're worded correctly, if you have a meta description attached to those videos, they do get optimized to help your website go up through the search ranks, okay? So you're going to want to consistently post fresh content to your website and obviously to your social media, but you can have a blog that houses a lot of these videos. And something that I'm going to talk about a little bit later is just like, you can have one video and post it in 5 or 6 different places. So you don't have to do 6 different videos for each platform, just the same video. Just make sure you're posting it to the blog, to YouTube, to Instagram, okay? Webinars, just like we're doing right now. So this is something the deck can record and then post later if they choose. Presentations and talks. So TED Talks, if some of you guys have done a TED Talk, that's important type of video content. Or just like some people do, they sit in their car and they give inspirational talks for 1 to 3 minutes and post that on LinkedIn. That is a type of video marketing either for themselves or that can connect back to the brand. Tutorials, almost the same thing as how to, but influencer or customer reviews. So Influencer reviews, in my opinion, are just a little bit different than testimonials. If you have a product that you sent out to an influencer and you want them to go step by step, so think more along the lines of like influencers who are testing out a home cleaning solution for the first time, or a makeup product for the first time. Those are really important types of video content that not only you can share, but the influencer can then share. And again, now you're cross-marketing 2 different platforms. But this is something that you can build as a part of your strategy if so needed. Behind the scenes, I would put a star on behind the scenes, just because through Instagram stories, or videos through Instagram stories, or fun videos through Facebook stories, you can tell the message of your company or your business or yourself, and they're short. You can do upload 5 stories to Instagram and do that in like 20 or 30 minutes, or do it throughout your day. It doesn't take very long, but it's so impactful because again, it shows the human element. It shows kind of like that personalized touch to your brand, and not where people think that you're too far out of reach. When you give them that inside connection, they feel like you're touchable, okay? And that's what we want with our video marketing content. And then again, as you're figuring out how do I want to market, you can also go live. Go live and just connect with your audience. What I love about going live is that you can answer Q&A on the spot. You can say, hey, Carol, thank you so much for that question. You can give them call to actions. Go sign up for this right now. Head to our website right now. Take advantage of this free offer. Whatever you want to do, going live makes them feel like they're actually one-on-one with you. And so if you can build that as a part of your video marketing strategy, that's going to be clutch. So I'm going to show you guys an example. One of the best, I think, streaming platforms that I discovered during COVID-19 is called StreamYard. So I don't know, Delaney, if you're able to just put that in the comments. But if you can download or go to StreamYard.com, I love what they do for live videos because it actually makes you look like you're broadcasting from TV. You get to add a banner. You get to tell them what the video is about. You can bring in your interview guests. You can bring in 2, 3, 4, 5 guests at a time. So I'm going to show you guys an example of a StreamYard video that I did introducing a new t-shirt. And then I'm going to wrap up because I know we're out of time and I talk quite a bit. So let's see. I think I just have too many tabs open, but that's okay. Let's see if this helps. It's loading. There we go. So it may not, we can play it a little bit, but as you can see. So it says we're live. So I'm going to check on my phone. And so as you can see, it's just like Zoom or any other platform. It has the names. You can bring in as many guests as you want. You can have a ticker at the bottom, which I freaking love because it's almost like being on CNN or being on CNBC. And then if you go to the paid option, you can get rid of their logo. StreamYard also has the ability to incorporate your brand colors, to incorporate your logo. So this is just another way to market your company and market yourself. And it's super professional and it's super cool. And what I also like about these platforms, you guys, is that when you get done, you can download these live videos. And you know what I'm going to tell you to do next. You download it. So you can either download Facebook Live, you can have a download option from Instagram Live when you're doing these lives, and then you can post it on YouTube. Yes, always download it, repurpose it on YouTube, repurpose it on your Instagram feed, repurpose 10 minutes of it on LinkedIn, and boom, now you're in not just one place, but you've multiplied that at least up to 4 or 5 different platforms where you can market whatever it was that you were talking about and get seen. Just imagine if you consistently do that week after week. It'll just do amazing things. So as I kind of talk, what's trending right now? If you're thinking, well, what kind of content should I be focusing on? Yes, we've seen changes during COVID-19. People want to see educational content. What can you inform your audience about your business, your brand, your expertise? How can you showcase that? How can you host Q&As? How can you bring on experts? How can you interview people on video? We've done a lot of free videos on marketing, branding, social media, PR, and it did very well, especially now during COVID-19. We focused a lot of our video content on educating. Inspirational content. This doesn't have to have anything to do with the actual business or brand or product or for a sale, you guys. Forget sales. People want positive, inspiring, and motivating content right now because of everything that's going on in the world. So if you as the CEO or someone in your company can just come on and give somebody 1 to 3 minutes of inspiration, maybe you do a Motivation Monday every week, and they get used to seeing that from you, it will do wonders because now you've connected with them in an inspiring and positive way, and they will remember that once they receive more content from you. And then another one, not everybody can kind of tap into this, but some can. People are looking to escape. So if you're in a travel related industry, if you're an influencer, if you're in the hospitality industry, in what ways can you tap into escapism because people are stuck at home? People feel like there's no way out. They don't know when the pandemic is going to end. How can you get them to think positively through your company? So for the island spot, we've been toying with different ways. People want to travel right now. How can we take the islands to them, knowing that they can't hop on a plane and go to Jamaica or go to the Caribbean? What can we do to bring that inside of their homes? And that is a part of our escapism video or content strategy. All right. As you're planning, these are the steps. And I apologize if I go a little bit fast. I want to make sure that I get to your questions and we have to wrap. Number one, figure out who your target audience is as you're creating these videos. Decide where they're housed and prioritize those platforms where you're going to post. Okay, so that's first and foremost. You cannot do anything with those videos until you figure out who needs to see it and where are they receiving the information and where do they want to receive the information. So definitely Google generational marketing for 2020 and figure out where your audience is at. Messaging. What message or theme are you trying to communicate? And how many times per week do you want to do that? If you're not producing video, I would say just try to do a video once a week. And remember, videos can be live streams. It could be videos that you record on your phone. It could be professionally done, or you could just start by doing behind the scenes, short Instagram stories. But whatever you're going to do, what message are you trying to communicate and how many times per week can you commit to? Consistency is key. Then decide the type of video that you want to do. Are you doing live? Are you doing stories? Are you interviewing? Is it behind the scenes? Then what you're going to want to do is take that and organize it in some sort of social media calendar. If you're a big planner person, I like to write everything down. Pre-plan your content. Just don't do it. Stories you kind of do as you go along, but other video content, pre-plan it out. Did something happen this week where you're like, dang, that would make for a really great motivational Monday? Write that down. Is there something about your product or your business that you want to communicate? Pre-plan your strategy. Just don't fly by the seat of your pants. This is how you can be a little bit more successful with marketing. Then you're going to want to track via your analytics. Instagram has built-in analytics. LinkedIn has analytics. Facebook has analytics. Go in and review those numbers every 30 days to see what videos did my audience connect with and which ones could they not care less about. And the ones that they connect with, do more of that, okay? And then again, consistency is key. Please don't get discouraged. There's times where I've done videos and all of a sudden they hit a year later and I didn't know where all the views were coming from, but I didn't quit. I just kept posting video after video after video, and that's what it's going to take. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Don't give up in a month or so if you're only getting a couple of views. We just got to do better, in marketing and building the audience that's going to actually see it. Work smarter, not harder. Repurpose the content. You can take one video and post it across all platforms. What I've loved during COVID-19 is I will shoot a Q&A in Zoom, download the Zoom video, upload it to YouTube, upload it to Facebook, upload 10 minutes of it to Instagram, upload another 10 minutes to LinkedIn, and it's the same video. And maybe on Instagram or those platforms where they only take 10 minutes, I then put a link, see the full video here, and I then send the audience over to YouTube. And what happens when they get to YouTube? they see the full video, and I have a call to action that tells them, please subscribe for more content like this, okay? So think of ways that you can shoot it one time, but repurpose it across all platforms to get as many eyes on that puppy as possible. Lead generation. So when you're doing all of this, you guys, and I can send you these slides via video marketing, what you're doing is creating brand awareness. You're going to convert strangers who may see your videos for the first time and come to your website, or they're going to come to your social media feed. So what I want you guys to do is be prepared for the eyes that can fall on your brand as you're consistently starting to post these videos. Always include a call of action if it makes sense in these videos at the end of all live streams. And even throughout your live streams or throughout the video, remind them that you want them to subscribe. Remind them to go to your website and sign up for your newsletter list. Give them an opt-in, something free, like, hey, if you download our free 5 tips for, in our case, I guess, like PR strategy, we'll send you X, Y, and Z. Get something out of people as they're watching those videos, but they're not going to know to do it unless you include that call to action. So make sure you view video marketing also as a way of generating leads, okay? Conversion on leads happen when they come to your site from the video, or they come to find you through video. Have those call to actions ready. Have a landing page ready to get an email address from them. Be prepared. But don't stop producing videos just because you don't have these things done. Start creating the videos and create the lead conversions as you go along the way, okay? And then close on customers after you have them in your funnel for a while. This is what I teach. Some stages of online marketing, some things for you guys to think about as you're attracting those leads through your videos and other mechanism. We're just talking about videos today. Once they get to your site, what are you doing? Convert them from visitors to leads with forms, opt-ins, landing pages, and call to action. So I don't want you guys just to think of, oh my God, I got to market my videos and I hate doing videos and I've got to do all these videos. Think about it as this one long stream of online marketing. The video is just the beginning of the process. Now you're going to take them on this journey with you to eventually become a customer, to eventually become a client. So when they come to your site from your video, what are you doing once they land there? Is there an email pop-up form? Are you going to give them something for free to get them on your email list? What are you doing once they get there? And then once you nurture them, maybe through your email news list or through some sort of workflow, then they'll become your customer. But I want you guys to consider this as a big picture and not just one segmented thing. All right. My parting words for all of you guys. I know we went through a lot and I'm here to take questions, but success is neither magical nor mysterious. It is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. So I know I gave you guys a lot. I gave you a lot to think of in terms of where to post, who to post, what type of content to post, what type of video marketing ideas are out there. But really the success of video marketing is consistency, making it a consistent part of your plan. And if you're too tired to shoot one type of video, just go live. If you're too tired to do that, just do a story. Those are so easy to do. I do them every day. And you guys won't believe how many people go to my website or go to my link tree to go to my links just from me posting what I ate for the day, which is just weird. But that's where video marketing success comes from, is in the consistency of actually getting in the game and getting after it. You can follow us on social media. I'm always doing tips and tricks and talking about unique trends that I'm seeing. Just like I said, some of the trends I posted for COVID-19. I did a lot of research as well with other influencers who are heavy in video marketing. And this is what we're seeing across the spectrum since we're not getting out of this anytime soon. And then, so you can follow us. We're also on LinkedIn. And then you can contact me. My email address is missing. It is